This is how it looks when Rosalba Jäggi walks. Every step is agony. Over 20 years ago, she was in a serious car accident. Since then, she's had a number of operations and has tried almost everything to relieve the pain.
The main problem is my ankle. I was given an ankle prosthesis after the accident. They also did various corrections, tibia and fibula correction, and axial realignments. I couldn't really walk afterwards. Every doctor told me that I wouldn't be able to walk after the operations.
As these pictures show, Rosalba Jäggi's gait, contrary to the doctor's prognosis, has dramatically improved over the past few days. All because of a very special shoe, the kyBoot Air Cushion shoe. Rosalba Jäggi was given the shoes by her physiotherapist to try.
I think I came back with them the very same day and told her that I'd go to the shop in St. Gallen right away. My curiosity had been sparked. My husband and I went to the shop in St. Gallen. I was pretty skeptical. I thought to myself, I need to know more. I already had several pairs of shoes at home that I never wore. I had them specially made, but they didn't help at all. I had a look at these shoes, and the best thing is that you can take them with you and try them out at home. I thought, no way! I brought them home and tried them out. I realized that I had to explore what I was able to sense with these shoes. I also realized that they were really great, but that something still wasn't quite right. The question was, is there a solution or not? As fortune would have it, you could make an appointment with the man who invented them in one of the shops. He gave me half an hour of his time. I used that time to help him see the situation from the other side. He told me this is the solution.
Karl Müller was convinced from the very beginning that his technology could help this patient in pain. That's why he decided to look into her suffering himself.
In most cases, simply wearing the kyBoot shoes is enough. With Mrs. Jäggi, however, it was a bit trickier. Although she was able to walk much better wearing the kyBoot shoes, neither of us were completely satisfied. So we started looking for solutions. We built a wedge into the shoe, adapting it until she was happy. This is my priority, and kyBoot's as well. We don't just want to sell shoes. We're only satisfied when the customer is 100% happy.
Karl Müller's dedication surprised Rosalba Jäggi.
I was really speechless. He really made an effort to solve problems. He didn't just want to simply sell me a shoe. He also told me straight up that if it didn't work out, he didn't want to sell me the shoes. I was gobsmacked. It's not just all about the money and everything. It really is important for him to find solutions for problematic situations. I think that's amazing. There needs to be more people like him, and I'm happy that such people exist. People who think one step further about the problems people have with their feet. People that don't just want to sell shoes to healthy people. Our feet carry us. They do everything. People just don't think about that.
Rosalba Jäggi had to learn how important our feet are the hard way. The physical pain is just one part of the suffering.
For me, everything had a major impact on my mental state. I was barely mobile and my strength was wasting away. I couldn't really even leave the house. I didn't move around because it just wasn't possible. I used what strength and energy I had to take care of the household and the kids. Anything beyond that was no longer possible.
From time to time, Rosalba Jäggi even considered having her foot amputated. Instead, the doctors suggested a joint fusion operation.
A joint fusion operation results in a new set of problems. I had already had 2 operations on my back. With all the suffering that I've had, that simply couldn't have been the solution. It affects the entire body, no matter where. Walking would constantly pinch my vertebrae, causing chest and back pain. Meaning, they constantly had to be realigned. I had pinched nerves in the chest area that forced me to seek emergency realignment so I could breathe. No doctor explained that the motion of walking affects your entire body. Everything is connected. It starts at your feet and ends at your head.
This became especially obvious to her once she started walking in the springy, air-cushioned kyBoot shoes.
I sense that my foot, even when it doesn't work so well anymore, wants to sense what's on the ground. A stiff sole doesn't convey that information. Because the information was lacking, I would sometimes fall. With these shoes, I have a good sense of the ground. My foot is always trying to do exactly that, even if it no longer can. It wants to achieve balance. And now it can with the support of this sole. And that's amazing. For me, it's a different quality of life. It gives me hope for myself again and the confidence to move around.
Movement is exactly what Rosalba Jäggi had been understandably avoiding over the years. The kyBoot gave her the joy of movement back.
I have to regain a lot of strength. It'll take time, and I have to give myself that time. Wearing these shoes gives me confidence because I notice that I can move again. That helps me trust my body again. I'm now getting feedback again from my body that I'm doing well. I want to do it, and I'll give myself as much time as I need to get better.
Rosalba Jäggi isn't physically healed, but the kyBoot has given her much of her quality of life back.
These shoes have corrected so much. Like my entire gait. For me, it was unimaginable. I thought to myself, I don't know, I can't explain it. But I can accept that I can't explain it.
Even if Rosalba Jäggi can't explain the improvement is clear from her gait alone. No one knows how her story will develop, but it can certainly be said today that the kyBoot has given Rosalba Jäggi an entirely new walking experience.